Alright, we got the camera leaning up here, so I don't know if it's going to vibrate or not. I put the sleeve in this 3-jaw the other direction, and I read the face, and it was running about 2. So I flipped it over, and I'm getting a variance of about 5 thousandths here. It's not an even 5. You know, it's kind of hard to tell. Some of this might be plating, some of it might be just rough surface, but I am getting about 5, and you know, that would constitute us running off. So I'm going to take a real light skim until I have uniform face to face on this sleeve, and then we'll try it back in on the machine again. Okay, just by putting it in the 3-jaw, I'm able to get it. I'm within 1/1000th here. This carbide tipped end mill, it's kind of touchy and grabby, but a little rocking action here, getting it to settle down. I'm within 1 on the roundness. Close enough to make our test here. Alright, and I kind of cleaned this up so we didn't have a burr on it here. Alright, now what we're going to do, we're not going to worry about the pin. We're just putting this on here. Let's put it on the right way. Alright, and put our nut back on here. And a little tension. Put our dial indicator against the face here. And rotate it around, see what we got. $15. Alright, we have to look at something else now. Alright, let's do another check here. We're going to go ahead and we're going to mark the high here. Here's the high right there. Alright, now we're going to take and straighten line here. We're going to put a mark right here. We're going to loosen the nut, and then we're going to rotate that in relationship to the shaft 180. And now we snugged it back up enough. We know how much it takes. Now we're going to see where the high is. If the high stays in the same spot, which it doesn't, it goes opposite. So the high is staying with the shaft, with that nut. I'm shining the light behind the nut. I just want to see if it's making contact on all sides here. That would show a slight gap there. Okay, this nut here is not true on the shaft there, but we're gonna it does fit more flush one way than it does the other way. Let's see if we got a different nut. Oh, nuts. I don't know which way, you know, in reality, it wouldn't make a difference which way you put the nut on, okay? But the threads, the important part about a nut is having a surface that matches the mating surface when the threads screw together. You know, that's okay. Well, we're lucky we have an 18 2.5 tap here. Looks like it's matching up. Alright, we're going to go grab a piece of hex stock and we're going to go make a nut and see if the nut is the case on this. We're running out of things to find out what's making this go. I got the disc over in the little lathe and I've got it chucked on there and I can't find a run out on it. more than a thou or two, but you know, we're talking about 18 thousandths run out. Is the nut enough to force that over? Alright, I just happen to have some brass. I have this size hex in brass and also in stainless. I didn't really feel like drilling and tapping stainless steel, especially all I have is a Mac tool tap, which, you know, it's not a bad tap, but it's not the highest quality. And I've got this some time ago, and the only reason why I'm able to use it is because it's had minimum amount of use. And I'm going to put it through the brass. You know, this is only holding on the grinding wheel for sharpening tool bits and stuff, so it's not like we're making a lug nut or something like that here. Alright, so we'll drill it and tap it. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to chamfer it so it's got a nice lead to it, so there's not a sharp edge to the thread, you know, beginning. Okay, that looks good. We've already faced this, so that's going to be our surface there. And then I'm going to give it a washer surface after I get done threading it. Now, we ran that drill in deep enough. We know we can bury this tap in here, and this tap is going to go deep enough to do two nuts out of this one thing here. Get this set up. Tailstock's nice and loose. Make sure I got enough travel. Alright, looking good. I'm just going to take this out of the way for right now. Alright, those threads look pretty good. Alright, we need to square up our parting tool here. Okay, we're in neutral. Alright, we'll cheat this a little bit. We're just going to use the flat side of our chuck here. And we're just coming in and we're going to set that square. So our part off tool and our other tooling are all square. Alright. Now we want to give this a little washer surface, meaning we're just going to take a skim cut in here to where we get a round mating surface. 20,000 feet. Just until the radius comes into this flat. Alright, there's a washer surface. Now we have good straight line threads and a nice flat face, nice surface. There should be nothing wrong with the mating surfaces of this nut. Alright, now we're going to part the nut off. Roughly the same thickness as the originals. Alright, and we want to go ahead. We just got that lightly to depth there, and we're going to give a slight angle to the outside of our nut. A little bit more. just to break the points on the outside. Back to park. These D&MPs come in handy. I have one for each side. They're not quite 45, but they do a nice chamfer job. Simple to break edges that way. I didn't catch that one. Alright, I'm going to go gather that one up, and we're going to take these in, and we're going to dress off the thread that's on the top side here, and then we can go try them out. Okay, we're going to put on one of our nuts, which screw under pretty nice, and they don't rock or twist around. Alright, let's get a good grip on here. Alright, a little tension. Okay, now let's see what we got now. A little better, but I can still see we're down to about 10 or 11 now. See that change, just changing that little sleeve around. I'm wondering maybe the bore of that sleeve being that sloppy, not really letting it give a good seat. I know I'm going against the bearing face in there, but to me, if the bearing face was running out, you'd be able to put this indicator right here and hold that. You know, that's right, that's pretty damn close right there. Alright, now I think I'm gonna make a new sleeve, tighter to the bore, a little bit larger, flare out, catch more of that diameter, almost twice as much of that diameter right there on that face right there. I've already put this in the lathe, chucking on here, and prove that this surface and this surface are running true. It's the only thing left is this sleeve is not seating just right.